I'm joined now by Kevin HURLEY, who's the former Chief Superintendent with the Metropolitan Police. Thanks very much for being with us on Sky News this evening. And once again, this awful incident in Glasgow has highlighted the bravery of our police.
Yes, indeed. And yet, once again, we've been very lucky. In this case, very fortunate. This incident took place almost next door to the largest police station in Scotland, literally only a couple hundred yards away. So police were able to get there very quickly. More important, armed police were able to get there very quickly. But very sadly, once again, we have the situation where a heroic unarmed police officer is badly injured trying to save the lives of the public. How many more times?
Sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, what are your thoughts on that, on an unarmed officer going into a situation like this before armed officers are on the scene?
Well, my views on it have always been quite plain. How many more times are we going to let members of the public be put at risk for this myth of having an unarmed police force based on Dixon and Doc Green, who of course incidentally was in fact shot dead in the Blue Lamp film is based upon? It is simply not possible for armed response officers to be everywhere or immediately on scene in most parts of the country. We've been so lucky that whether or not someone's a terrorist or mentally disordered and they decide to go berserk with a knife, they do it very close to where armed response units are based. The incidents in central London, whether it's at Westminster Bridge or the two incidents at London Bridge, were all very near where armed response officers are based, as in Glasgow. They have to get there quickly. I'm a member of the public now. I want to be protected and know if I go to a restaurant, a hotel, or go shopping and something terrible like this happens, that the first police officer on scene, that she can draw her pistol and she can protect me and those I care about. I don't want to be left basically bleeding to death as many of us get stabbed while we have to either watch the unarmed officers being sacrificed while we wait for the armed response officers to come perhaps from halfway across a county.
So you're calling, sorry to interrupt again, but you're calling for all officers in this country to be armed, are you?
I'm calling for all, and let me get the picture clear, I'm calling for all response officers to carry a pistol. I'm not calling for them all to carry assault rifles and assault helmets like we see the armed response units carry, but what I would like is if I'm out shopping or my family or friends are out shopping and something like this happens, the first officer to respond, who will be a local officer, is able to act decisively and stop them. Even sleepy New Zealand now, all their police cars carry rifles and pistols in the boot of their car. That's why they could stop that madman who killed all those people in the mosques down in New Zealand. We are one of the last countries in the world that don't arm their police, and we've got tremendous levels of violence. The demographics have changed from 50, 60 years ago, and yet we still think it's Dixon and Doc Green.
Are your views the same amongst many of your peers, would you say? My thoughts have always been that the police don't want this to be the case.
Well, the mistake everyone makes when they talk about the police is they think they're all the same. There are senior police officers, there are middle-ranking police officers, and there are detectives in offices and local neighbourhood officers who don't have to go to the 999 calls and confront bad events. But if you ask inner-city police officers who are going to worrying calls all the time or in the big towns, the majority of them now in polling would like to carry a sidearm. But it doesn't matter what the police think, actually. I don't care. I'm a member of the public. I want to know that if someone's paid to protect me, they've got the right equipment to do that. So I would like to see every single patrol officer, certainly in our cities and towns, armed with a sidearm. They carry them everywhere else in the world, with the exception of perhaps Iceland and I think Norway. But pretty much everyone else arms their police, and they don't go around willy-nilly in Canada or Australia or New Zealand shooting the public every day.
Okay, it's an interesting point of view, and we appreciate your time. Kevin HURLEY, former Met Chief Superintendent, thank you very much indeed.